My name is Lindsay, and today I want to talk about everything we know about Campus 4, or Royal High 4 is what it's being called right now, because there seems to be a lot of confusion about this and what it's going to be and why it is happening. So I'm going to go over everything we know, everything we've been told, and explain it to you guys based off of how I understand it. First, let's go ahead and talk about why it is happening, because there's a lot of players who are wondering why can't they just add on to Campus 3? Well, it seems like they aren't able to do that because if you look at this section right here of the announcement of Royal High 4, it says it's always been in the plans to integrate the ball, schedule, etc. into the RH3 format, but the way it's structured has been way harder to execute than we anticipated. So first, let's go ahead and quickly talk about how Royal High 3 is structured. Every area of Royal High 3 is its own realm, which means whenever you enter a portion of Campus 3, you are going into a new server. So a schedule would not work. So to give you the best example I can, I am going to enter a public server. Okay, we just entered a public server. So we joined Castle Heart. So now let's go ahead and say the time of day is morning. So it will be 5:09 a.m. and here's our today's schedule. You can see it's breakfast, English, swimming, chemistry, art, computer, lunch, baking, PE, and dance. And now let's say you are doing your quests while you are waiting for the school day to start, and you come over here to the school office. Well, now that you've entered the school office, you've just joined a brand new server, which means all of your information is now different. It is now 12 p.m., which means it is lunch. And your school schedule is different. Now it's chemistry, art, PE, computer, baking, lunch, swimming, English, dance. But since it is 12 p.m., you missed your first 5 classes. So you can see how a schedule would be very difficult in the Royal High 3 format when every area is its own server. That means the time of day would always be different. Your schedule would be different every time you enter a new area. So a schedule for Royal High 3 really, truly would not work. And while this school has a lot of role-playing aspects, especially with the new backpack system, a lot of interactive items, but role-playing is almost impossible because, again, every area is its own server, so there's a chance if your roleplay group that you are roleplaying with enters a new area, there's a big chance you guys won't end up in the same server, which means your roleplay would kind of end. The flow of the roleplay would not work out well. So roleplaying is impossible as well unless you're planning on staying in one section for the whole roleplay. So like your whole roleplay is going to take place in Castle Heart or the front office, which really is not fun. So this school that really does not work for schedules or role-playing. And honestly, when I found out every area of the school was going to be its own realm, I was very skeptical on how it was going to work. And now we found out that this setup does not work with how Barbie wants the game to be. So they're making Royal High 4. So that leads us to the next batch of information we are going to talk about. Is Campus 3 done? Is Campus 3 canceled? And the answer to that is no, and I will show you the proof. In this section of the post, it says, we are still working on releasing the remaining RH3 realm / phases. So we are still going to get Royal High 4 and the remaining phases of Royal High 3. And in my opinion, if they could pull this off this year, give us the new school and the remaining phases for the current school we have, we could have a pretty solid update year. And that is not the only proof that shows they are finishing Royal High 3. On Twitter, we have a post by Callan, who is a scripter for Royal High, who even said, excited to see what RH4 brings to the game and continue releasing the rest of RH3. Now, I would like to mention, we don't know what is going to happen first. Are they going to give us the rest of the phases before RH4? Or are they going to give us RH4 before releasing the rest of the phases? We don't really know what they're going to do or what the plan is. But as of right now, with the information we have, Campus 3 is not canceled, and we will get the remaining phases and realms for Campus 3. So now let's go ahead and talk about how fast is the school going to come out. We don't know a exact release date. A lot of people are saying it's coming before summer, but it was also stated that is a dream goal, which is not a confirmed release date. But it does kind of show how fast development is going. Right here on this part of the post, it does say literally just last week, development has been going insanely fast. And we have seen that through the streams. I believe it took Night Barbie like 2.5 days to build the student store before she sent it off to the scripters. So based off of how fast that project went, it does seem like development is going really quickly. And a contributing factor to this is they are reusing some of the assets and gameplay from Royale High 3 as well as older realms. So they are using things that are already here in Royale High. So I'm pretty sure they made everything here in Campus 3 pretty much from scratch. Oof. Ignore my stinkiness. I will shower after this video, I promise. So as I was saying, they pretty much made everything here in Campus 3 from scratch. But they're not doing that for Royale High 4. They are reusing assets, and we were able to see that in the trailer. An example of this are the lockers. You can see Castle Hearts lockers right here. And then if you look at the locker section from the Royale High 4 trailer, well, you can see they are using the same exact lockers. So they are reusing assets, so it's helping make things go by super fast. So even if we don't receive Royale High 4 before summer, I do truly believe we will get it this year. And we also know Campus 3 is a do what you want type of school. You can go to class if you want to. Well, the only class we currently have. If you don't want to do that, you can do quests instead and not worry about having to go to class. Or you could come over here to the student dormitory and decorate your dorm. And it seems like Royale High 4 is not going to be that way. It seems Royale High 4 will be more like Campus 2 or Royale High 2. Because that is kind of how they call the schools now. Campus 3 is not called Campus 3. It is called Royale High 3. And then Royale High 2 is not called Campus 2. It's called Royale High 2. So it seems like Royale High 4 will be more like Royale High 1 and Royale High 2, where the school is one piece and you don't switch realms to go to different areas of the school. The school flows together and you stay in the same server with the same people throughout the time you are in the server. Unlike Campus 3, where every section is its own realm, its own server. Other things we know for sure that are coming is the fact that we are going to have a student store, which seems like it's going to have a minigame, a shopping list minigame, and we are going to have a potionology class. Those are two things we saw the developers working on. So that is everything that we know about Campus 4 so far. It is possible that I missed something. I was just really trying to answer the most asked questions that I've been getting asked in my comment section. I hope this video helps you understand what Royale High 4 is a little bit better. And I'd really appreciate it if you could like, subscribe, and turn on that bell notification so you never miss when I post. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!